Hello and welcome to an unboxing video. My name is KF Lawless. I've never really done an unboxing video before, so if it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't actually know what I'm doing. So please forgive me if it looks like a very amateurish setup. I've just got my webcam kind of mounted on the mount, posted above the box, and I'm just going to kind of go through what we've got in this package to show you all what's in store for Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon. So yes, today we are going to be unboxing the newly released Tsukihime game. This is a remake of the original Tsukihime game that was originally released in 2000, I believe. So it's about 20 years ago now that this game was released. The long-awaited remake is finally here, covering the first two routes, the near side routes, following the heroines Arcueid and Ciel. If you're new to the channel, I am an American who moved to Japan in February of 2020, and I'm a big fan of of more or less all of the Type Moon franchises. You know, Fate, Tsukihime, Mahotsukai no Yoru. I play a bit of Fate Grand Order, etc. too. But honestly, my YouTube channel is mostly based around Dragon Ball Fighters and fighting game community content. So this is kind of um, out of left field, but I've been looking forward to this game for so long, and Melty Blood as well. So I figured I had to do an unboxing video, no matter what. But I ordered my version of the game from ebiten. You can kind of see this little thank you card they give you with a little dude with a crab biting his foot. You can see he's kind of sad. He's crying a little bit, but there's not too much to be sad about today. We actually have a great unboxing to look forward to. So I'm going to stop with the background information, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I did actually order two copies of the game. I got the special pre-order bonuses, of course. One of them is for my friend in the United States. So there will be duplicates of everything, but I'll just be going over very simply what comes in the package from ebiten. So as you can see here, we have in some nice bubble wrap, we have the actual game itself. If I go ahead and lift this up, you can kind of see I've actually got two copies, right? One for me, one for my homeboy. And then over here we have the bonuses. These are the little extras that come with the pre-ordered version, and you get a different package of bonuses based on which store you bought from, right? So these are going to be the ones, what you can expect if you bought the game from ebiten. If you're in Japan, internationally, I'm not sure how well this is going to translate, so please don't quote me in the future saying I lied to you based on what you were expecting to get in your own package if you did buy it overseas. But I'm trying to be very careful when opening these, of course, because these are this is like really something. This is actually a very emotional experience for me. I've loved Tsukihime for so long. I believe I played the games originally when I was in high school, and just, oh my god, the storytelling, the actual experience of reading through it all is actually so deeply ingrained into who I am, that just seeing this remake get announced and all of a sudden, released within about 8 months of the announcement, it kind of all came out of left field. But so over here, right, you may remember from the Type Moon Times, they kind of showed that the special item you get from ordering from ebiten is actually a kind of a hollow crystal stand. So this is actually the stand itself in this first small box here. This is, I believe I'm supposed to put batteries in it because it is supposed to light up. Do I have any batteries in my house? This is this is a great question. But this is what this stand actually looks like. You can see there's kind of like some LEDs down there and a on switch, right? So I can actually turn it off and on. Makes sense. And what kind of batteries does this take is the question. If they're AAA, I think I should have some, but sorry, trying to get this open. Okay, it looks like it takes 3 AA batteries, right? So I think I have some. I'm gonna have to go double check in just a second, because we do want to try and turn it on camera. I'm gonna put this to the side really quickly, and then we're going to go to kind of the main piece of this promotional, deluxe item. So this is quite heavy. I can tell this is definitely the glass sculpture. It is rather hefty. You can see it's in this nice little black box here. Go ahead and open this up, and there she is, Arcueid herself. I'm gonna see if I can get the camera to kind of the lighting is not too great because the camera is overhead and the light is kind of behind. But as you can see there, that's the crystal. That is the hollow crystal. Some frosted glass going on the inside. Very nice cushioned box for the actual crystal itself. You can see the logo Tsukihime Type Moon written over there on the glass. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get up from my desk and go check if I have any AA batteries. I'll be right back. Just don't go anywhere. Okay, and we are in luck. I actually do happen to have a couple of AA batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in. And we're going to see, hopefully these batteries are good. I don't assume I would have dead batteries lying around in my drawers, but I've done dumber things in the past. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope that things kind of work out here. But all right, I've gone ahead and put in the batteries. I'm going to go ahead and put the back panel back on. And if this doesn't work, I'll try and get some batteries later today. And before uploading the video, I'll actually have the actually assembled sculpture included in a separate clip. But let's go ahead and see if the batteries work. And okay, it looks like they do work. And the LED is kind of designed to change colors a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here to the side. I'm gonna very carefully. I don't want to get like fingerprints on it. Damn, should I go get a handkerchief or something? Yes, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yes. Yeah, I'm not trying to touch this with my bare hands just because I'm a dude who this is a very very exciting moment for me, not to mention the fact that it is very hot here. But let's kind of get a closer look at this. You see, kind of see it's at 360 degrees, the moon in the background. It's very 3D, right? They kind of designed the illustration so that it isn't like a flat illustration. It's very there's a lot of depth to it, right? So I'm going to take this and place it on top of the stand. Okay. I don't know if there's like a front to the stand. Like, is there like a designated orientation I'm supposed to put this in? It's just a square. I assume any direction would work, but okay, that seems to fit nicely. Okay, and I'm going to very carefully lift this up and try and get this into the camera and kind of show what this looks like up close. I'd be happy to record some more close-up footage if that's something you guys are interested in. Go ahead and leave me a comment below. But here it is, and I'm going to turn the light on. It's going to be kind of hard to see exactly because the blazing recording light is on, but there you go. You've got the Moon Princess herself in all her beauty and splendor on full display in this beautiful crystal. This is going to be going up on my desk, but for the time being, I'm going to put it back in the box just because I'm opening things and I don't want anything scratching it or damaging the crystal itself. So let's just go ahead and put that back there. Okay. And let's go ahead and drop that box back on there. I'm not too worried about the stand. The stand isn't quite, the high value part of this little freebie. But it is definitely, very nice, and I want to keep it in good condition. So we're just going to go ahead and put these back and then on to the main part. Actually, no, I think there is one more little extra bit that we have. That's included with the pre-order stuff. I'm just trying to get these out of the way safely. Sorry about that, everyone. Because there's 2 copies in this box, it's kind of crowded, so I'm trying to just keep everything, as neat as possible without taking up too much of your time, because I'm sure you're all very busy and you have fun things to get to. For example, watching my stream of Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon, that I will be doing live on my Twitch channel down below. I will be doing translation of the game in real time as I play. I have some programs set up to actually assist me with the translation if there are kanji that I don't understand. I have some optical character recognition being applied to the feed from my PlayStation 4, and I should be able to understand anything spoken. The only issue is the actual written words that aren't spoken out loud. I can understand anything that they say out loud because my hearing, my spoken Japanese is much better than my written Japanese and reading Japanese. But this is actually a little tapestry that they also included with my pre-order. And as we can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and unroll it. There it is. It's the 2 main heroines for this release. We've got Arcueid and Ciel, in all of their newly designed splendor. Very, very beautiful. Not really sure where I'm going to put this, but that's a question for another time. So let me just roll that back up again. I don't actually know how to re-roll this. Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna put this to the side for now, and then we'll roll it up later. But I'm gonna hang it off of my smoke detector for the time being, just because the smoke detector is actually very conveniently located that I can put that up. I might take a picture of that and share it in the video. You can see what my tapestry looks like hung up on the smoke detector. But now it's the actual meat and potatoes, right? This is the actual game itself. So I'm going to be very careful in opening this bubble wrap and getting the 2 copies of the game out without damaging the boxes. I do have a knife here to cut the tape. You know, I'm not going to show the knife because I don't know if that is a violation of YouTube's terms and services. It's showing, you know, dangerous weapons. But I know other people have YouTube channels, you know, based entirely around them shooting large guns at objects. So I don't actually know how big of an issue it would be for me to show a knife on my channel. But you know what? We're not going to worry about it. Because speaking of knives, you know, knives being a very key point in the plot of Tsukihime, we're going to go ahead and open up my copy of the game. That one's my friend's. I'm going to keep it, you know, intact for him. I'm not going to ruin his unboxing experience. But oh, there's some more tape here. Let me just cut this here. I'll be able to take the game out of its packaging. Okay, being very careful. Do not want to cut myself while making a YouTube video. It'd be incredibly embarrassing to explain to a Japanese doctor, like, hey, yeah, by the way, I was making a video on YouTube that no one is going to watch, and I stabbed myself with a knife while trying to open a package. Could you help me out? It's not really the kind of thing you want to say out loud if it does happen. So here we go. Here we go. We've got the box itself. I'm going to be pulling it out of the packaging, you know, little by little, trying to be sure I don't damage the actual box. I'm not going to be super anal about keeping the box in great shape, of course. I don't plan on tossing it at anything or anyone, but you know, it is just a box. But it is a very beautiful box at that. We can see the beautiful artwork, the new character designs on display. Akiha, Hisui, Kohaku, Ciel, Arcueid, all of them with that beautiful logo for the Tsukihime. The Zero Z, the kind of the rated 18. It's kind of like the ESRB over here in Japan. But let's go ahead and lift the cover off of this very carefully, right? Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the sides first. So the side, you can see it says like Tsukihime down there, right? That's the kanji for Moon Princess. PS4, because that's the platform we'll be playing it on. Likewise on the other side. Oh, the other side doesn't actually have the PS4 logo, which is nice. Probably going to have that part facing out. And then up here on the top, I don't know if you can actually see this. This says Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon. Let's see if that, yep, get the camera to focus. Hopefully that should give you an idea of what that looks like. And a similar logo on the bottom. It's nothing special. But then the back of the box is actually quite beautiful. So we have here kind of this look at some of the gameplay, right? So the new piece of blue glass moon, right? Like I said, like my kanji reading is pretty ass. So I can't actually read a lot of the more complicated characters on this box. So please forgive me for not offering you a full translation of the actual text on the box here. They've got some screenshots. We've got, you know, Arcueid and Shiki looking over the city. We got Shiki with his glasses off. We've got Arcueid in her original Moon Princess form. We've got lots of different, very nostalgic pieces of imagery for those of us who've played the original game. Of course, if you haven't played the original game, I would recommend that you go back and play it as well, just because, you know, it is definitely going to be a little bit different from this new one. And because there is a little bit of originality in this remake. It's not a one-to-one remake, of course. They're adding new characters and maybe some new scenarios later on, because this is only the first half, really. So there we go. We've taken off the top. And here it is. Tsukihime Material 1. All right, looks like this is also shrink-wrapped. Man, I got to pull the knife out again, don't I? But let's see if, okay, so there's actually a bit of a gap here. I can remove this. So this, I believe, is the actual material. So they say here, you should not open this until you finish the game. And I'm actually not going to open this right now. I might save that for a later video where we will explore this in depth. But it's you know, very beautiful kind of booklet with information. So they definitely say down here, like, you should finish all the routes in the game before you open this, because there's a lot of, you know, spoiler information here. Right, so I'm just going to put this aside for the time being. Put it here underneath the top cover. And here we have a nice little card. So they're basically saying, right. So basically just thank you for buying it, you know, and they're requesting that you please, you know, don't share too many spoilers for the game on social media without appropriately tagging it. So I will be streaming the game on my Twitch channel linked in the description below. But please remember that, you know, I don't want to be sharing spoilers without, you know, the appropriate context given to the situation, so nobody gets inadvertently spoiled for the plot of the game. on accident. So here's the actual case for the game itself. Very beautiful. Right, as you can see, it's very similar to the box, right? This is kind of like the traditional visual novel style game box, right? They'll come in one of these, and they have a smaller package inside. This is showing, of course, more screenshots, a lot of kind of a sneak peek into what you can expect from the game, a lot of nostalgia for those of us who've played the original. I won't go ahead and open this up just yet. I might do that in a second, but I'm going to move this off camera really quick. I just want to explore the rest of the box. There might be more things underneath. You never know with these Japanese companies. This is, "Konya wa konna ni mo tsuke ga kirei da." So this basically, this is, one of the lines from Shiki in the opening. He says, when he says he doesn't notice that, tonight the moon was this beautiful. This is that line right there with like this kind of cutout of a moon. Pretty neat. Way to decorate the inside of the box. I don't think there's anything underneath here, but I just gotta check just to be sure. Oh, and we have what a beautiful cameo. So those of you familiar with the series, you recognize that these are lines of death. If I just bring this up a bit, you can see that there are lines and some points of death as well. These are, of course, reference to the main character's unique eye powers, his Chokushi no Magan, his mystic eyes of death perception. Right, so they kind of added a lot of nice artwork to the box. I feel like they really took a lot of effort into making sure this felt like a very special experience, and believe me, it's a special experience for me. I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time now. So yeah, that is just about it for the box. I'm going to go ahead and slash open the game case off screen. Once again, my trusty dusty knife here. Don't want to hurt myself. Don't want to poke any eyes out. Just want to very carefully undo the shrink wrapping on this. This is actually harder than I thought it would be. Wrapped very, very compactly. There's not a lot of, loose plastic here. It's making it kind of hard to find like a good place to cut open the plastic, but I got in there. So here we go. Just removing the plastic from the game case, and we're going to take a look at the CD itself before ending the video. All right, so just going to remove that and actually pull this out here, or attempt to. It's stuck on there pretty securely. Okay, well, I'll just roll it down the old-fashioned way. I don't want to put in too much, power into doing this, but man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? Like, geez. All right, here we go. And there we got it. Okay. Remove this. Just slide it down. Come on, just... Why are you being so difficult? Why are you being so difficult? Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to throw in another cut here with the knife to make this a little bit easier for myself. I don't want to spend 5 minutes on camera struggling to match wits with shrink wrapping on a video game. Kind of an embarrassing thing to do, but here we have it. This is the actual game case once again, and opening it up, we should be greeted with the actual CD. As you can see, it mirrors the actual art on the game case, and it looks like there's kind of a just, the generic, warning for, visual reality, 3D effects, epilepsy warnings and stuff, but try and get that in the camera, see if we can get it to focus. Come on, look, two beautiful girls in front of you, Mr. Camera. Just do your thing. Come on. Yeah, that's pretty good. This was about as good as we can get. So there it is. It is a 1-disc game, to my knowledge, unless there's something else hidden inside, which I don't think so, but remove that, and yeah, there it is. So this will conclude the unboxing for Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. Following this video, I'm going to pop it into my PS4 and actually let it get that day one update going before I play the game. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it tonight just because I do have a very busy day at work, but you can definitely expect to see me streaming this game on my Twitch channel linked down below. So twitch.tv/kf_lawless. I will be, like I mentioned before, I have enough Japanese ability to understand anything spoken, and I will be translating as much as I can. So it will likely be a very long playthrough just because it takes a lot of time to read something in another language, especially if depending on how often I have to rely on the machine translation to understand the context of the situation. But I'm hoping that it's at least a little bit more accessible to foreign audiences than a purely Japanese release with no English support whatsoever. Because as of now, there's no news or announcements regarding an international release for this game. It is currently Japanese only. Truly the plight of visual novel fans everywhere. But oh, did my recording software freeze? Hello. Uh-oh. Looks like it did. Well, hopefully the whole video didn't get destroyed, but if it did, you know what? It is what it is. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, and I will see you guys hopefully in the light of the blue glass moon. Thank you so much.